This video is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing is meant to be taken seriously at all. I'm just sharing my own opinions, not facts, off publicly accessible information, first made public by the public figure. Please do not go to these people's channels and leave mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, or disparaging comments. This is for entertainment purposes only. What's up, y'all? This is not your average reaction.
Idiot cracker.
I'm just a guy who likes to react to health and fitness stuff, usually girl world. Before we get into this foodie beauty nonsense, I do want to let you guys know that there has been some discussion on the Alexandra Rodriguez Reddit page that, well, a few things, that she may have been like timed out or, had to take a break because of all the false copyright strikes. I've also heard that, she's just, trying to let it all brush by her, just, being silent. But I did see something where someone mentioned that she had possibly deleted a video or maybe a couple of videos because her views went way down overnight or something like that. So it would be really interesting to know which video she decides to delete. It's so interesting how these girls will breadcrumb us with stuff like this, and then they make themselves look extra guilty by deleting stuff. And the example I'm going to give is every single time Emily, Amber's ex or current girlfriend or whatever, the feeder, every single time she's caught having some weird account on a feeder website or a Tumblr or Reddit, every single time it's tied to her, the account's deleted or the name changes or something. And it's you literally just gave yourself away, which is why I'm half the time, I don't even know if these people are being for real because it's so insane to me. But besides that, I do want to say thank you guys for the continued support. Getting a lot of new subscribers, a lot of new besties. Oh yeah, one of the best things about this so far is when I go into other live streams and I'm trying to kiki with the chat and someone's oh my God, I watched your videos. The edit you made is so funny. I'm oh my God. And then I can't figure out how to reply to people in live stream. So I'm how do I copy and paste their username to reply? Anyway. I do want to give away wildflower seeds. I think that would be super, super fun and cute. Someone wins some wildflower seeds and you can grow them and send me a picture of them when they pop out, it'd be so cute. But I gotta look into the legality of that kind of stuff because I genuinely don't have an informed opinion on giveaways or seeds because I think there's some weird stuff legally with seeds or something like that, but I mean, whatever. Let me know if you guys would be interested in a wildflower seed giveaway. And without any further ado, let's just check in on our girl. God, I'm so sorry. Foodie Beauty made a couple community posts. I will put it in when I'm editing that she later deleted. And it's basically just the same Foodie Beauty crap where she's just F the haters, I'm not showing proof. And then she deletes the post. And it's okay, girl. So yeah, there's rumors that Foodie may be back in Syria already, although she has not shown hardcore proof of her physically being there. When I tap into Azealia Banks' consciousness, she tells me that Chantal has been kicked out. And there's some major drama going on right now with Salah and Foodie. But we all know how Azealia Banks is. So without any further ado, let's just check out what the grifter has posted. You already know I'm skipping her intro.
From my trip from Damascus, Syria to Doha, Qatar, and the full details and story of the trip coming up right now.
I like the background music. I really do. If I'm going to watch these videos, I really hope she keeps adding some background music. That way I'm not just and touching my face and doing all this craziness. The reason I'm in a rocking chair, you guys, is because I cannot sit still. It is so hard for me to sit still. sorry, but like, do we really need the B-roll of the fucking chair, dude? Oh, I guess we're looking outside. I'm just okay. I'm so sorry, y'all. Being too nitpicky. Oh my god, sorry. Last time I'm pausing it to talk about something unrelated, but Amber recently like crashed out again on live, and I definitely want to make a video breaking down how she just starts to, anytime she's caught in a lie, the way that she tries to manipulate the situation is so gross to me. Like, she'll either try to tell a story that's super long and confusing, so it'll like try to confuse you and you'll just be like, whatever girl, stop talking, or she'll just make something up. Oh, but it's really interesting. Amber backs herself into a corner when talking about like the whole blackmail stuff that she did with her aunt, and it makes Amber look really bad and really, really stupid. But we already know she does that, but it's just like, it's just extra extra. She makes herself look like just the most evil person imaginable. Garbanzo beans. I did learn recently through a comment that chickpeas and garbanzo beans are the same thing.
Oh my God, bro.
I do read the comments sometimes. Sometimes I get really overwhelmed. I'm like, I'm in those community posts though, y'all. I will read everyone in the community post. I love a nice airport. I'm gonna be so real, y'all. The Denver airport, I love having layovers at the Denver airport. It's like a gigantic mall. It's so fun.
Hi, can I place an order for room service, please? Can I have your turkey and cheese club sandwich with fries? Ooh. Okay.
I think it would be really funny. See, like, she just like completely cut out the background music. I think it would be really funny if she would have added like a sexy one while she was like opening it up. It's like, duh! Oh my god, I probably need to freaking mute that sound I just made because it's gonna be so high pitched. I'm so sorry, y'all. But yeah, imagine a sexy noise as she like opening it. It'd just be a little funny.
Okay, guys, I'm wearing a mic because I'm kind of far from my camera.
Is she gonna mukbang? No way.
But look at this.
Oh my god, you guys, I genuinely thought this was going to be a travel vlog and she's mukbanging.
Idiot cracker.
Holy crap, you guys. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't pay close attention to these women to know if they like gain or lose weight. I think I've said that before. It's hard for me to tell, but she looks kind of different here. All I'm going to say is her face looks very, very different here than some of the other vlogs.
Club sandwich. Now there's no bacon. They probably could put some turkey bacon or something if they wanted. Bismillah, I'm so hungry.
Why are why are people with eating problems allowed to do this on this website? I thought that wasn't allowed, right? Like, I thought like the Eugenia Cooney and Polar Opposite, like I thought both of those sides, like it's not okay to like boast about your disordered eating. So is this breaking TOS technically? Like, I know she doesn't say the BED thing, she doesn't say that out loud ever. So it kind of makes me think that this is like she has to tiptoe around this kind of stuff.
Ice cold Canada Dry. My mini fridge is really cold. All right. So I'm going to tell you a story time as I eat lunch with you in the hotel. And I'm trying out the room service here for today. I'm going to have lunch.
There's I had to put her to 1.75 because she's still slow, but I'm genuinely, the only thing I'm thinking about right now, and this is my ADHD brain trying to be as lazy as possible. I'm just wow, I cannot with her right now with her, mukbang videos, because it's usually very boring. She talks super slow about really mundane stuff. And it's the worst part of her live. The reason I don't like her live is when she's talking and eating about food and just oh my God, Szechuan sauce or whatever she's talking about, But I'm thinking I got to clean my room today, and I'm should I just set up my camera to you guys are gonna watch me clean my room? It'll be one of those side by sides. Chantal will be up here and I'll be down here, and you'll just watch me clean my room down here with her video up here. Do you think that's transformative enough? Even if I don't speak? It's when people put the Minecraft videos over the Family Guy videos,
With you and let you know how it is. So it looks like this club sandwich has a cute tooth, little toothpicks that are not sharp, so you're not gonna hurt
Those are super cute.
yourself, but those are cute. Some cheese. Oh, there's egg. You know how I feel about eggs, but extra protein.
What type of egg? Is it a scrambled egg? Is it a fried egg? Is it a boiled egg? What type of situation are we dealing with, Chantal?
Some kind of sauce, mayo sauce, lettuce, tomato, and smoked turkey on. They cut the crust off. That's cute. Do you bite?
Aww. So I usually don't have a huge problem with people eating, the sound of eating. I don't have that weird thing, but there is a certain sound specific people make with their jaw sometimes. It's a clicking of the jaw. It's your jaw's unhinging and rehinging. And when I hear that, for some reason, that really, really bothers me. And I feel I'm hearing that with Chantal right now. Y'all let me know.
That's actually really quite nice. I don't know what kind of sauce they use, but it's really good. French fries and ketchup. You can't go wrong. They're crispy, they're fresh, and they're salted. So, anyway. So I traveled from Damascus airport to Doha, Qatar. And I have to say that it was an interesting experience getting to Qatar. My next video will be talking about why I chose to come here and the circumstances in my life that led me to come here for a little vacation. Oh, that's so cold. And so my journey starts. I showed you some clips at the beginning of the video of my journey. So the first clip is of me bouncing around on a public transport, a little mini bus, but it's a big van. An older, very old kind of bus. And that's because Salah hates driving in Damascus. Damascus is very hectic to drive in. And gas is very expensive. And we were quite a ways from Damascus, so it would have just been easier to take this bus. And he came with me, all the way with me, into where the bus parks. I took a taxi from there to the airport, which was 20 minutes away. He just paid the guy, spoke to him in Arabic. I didn't talk to the guy the whole way. Language barrier. So, yeah. When I first saw the bus, I thought it was filling up.
God, I just don't know, you guys. I'm going to have to put her at 2 speed because the chewing is so bad for me. Oh, my Lord. And it's just I really just do not like Foodie Beauty because of the stuff that she does. It's not hard to show proof, you guys. It's really, 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 really not. If you're an honest person and you walk throughout life with honest intentions, then even if bad stuff happens or it looks a little sketchy, it's usually 9 times out of 10 really easy to wiggle your way out of it because you have good intentions. But because Foodie Beauty ends up keeping money faking receipts or just saying that she gave receipts and never does, this is why people don't trust her. Like, if I ever ask for donations for somebody, it's going to be a direct link to that website, and there's no middlemen. They just that cause, company, whatever, is just, they get all of it. It doesn't go through me. And I'll even be anonymous. I don't need nothing out of it besides the goodness feeling in my own heart, you know?
Quickly. And admittedly, I kind of...
You're telling me that this woman raised $1,100, most likely more, you guys, from like AdSense on her video, but from just the PayPal donations or whatever, maybe a little over 1,000. And you're telling me that she was able to get that into her account right away, or maybe her and Salah had that already, even though she said herself the plane ticket was $900. They're having to pay for Sasa school up front, all at once, all at once. And they're helping out all these other people and the family and all of that. Like, nah, bro. Something fishy is going on with Foodie Beauty, and she had to, like, in an emergency, raise this money to go here. Because also, you know, so $900 for the plane ticket. I think she said like the hotel was maybe like $150 a night. So, you know, she's able to stay there off of 1-1 for at least 2 days, right?
Panicked and was like, oh my gosh, we have to rent a private bus or a taxi or something into Damascus because, you know, I'm a person of big size. I'm not small. Am I even going to be able to fit in this place? And, you know, it was full. We were packed in there like sardines, kind of. But it was okay. Once the van started moving on the highway, the windows were open. It wasn't too hot. So that was an experience. It was like a $1, $2 bus into Damascus. The driver wanted to stop for gas. And it was taking a little while to get service. And one guy was getting impatient and just like yelling. And I don't know what he was saying. But anyway, took about an hour and a half. Then my clips you see of, you know, showing Damascus where the bus stopped. As soon as we got off the bus, we were rushed by these men, taxi drivers, wanting us to hire them for a taxi to the next destination we were going. And so I was like, no, we're not, you know, we did need a taxi, but not right then and there. So we're like, no, it's okay. They're very insistent. As we're walking away, we thought we're out of the thick of it. No, someone rushed over, grabbed my suitcase. It's like, come on, have a nice car. You know, you need a taxi, come on, and grab my suitcase. And they all started, the taxi drivers, I thought they were going to deck each other. They all started fighting with each other. So Salah had to kind of do some conflict resolution. Then we took a walk downtown Damascus, and
they saw Foodie Beauty, and they immediately saw money signs, because there's no way anybody's staying in the country that she's staying and being that big and you don't have some sort of money. That's what they're thinking. And they're thinking, I'm going to overcharge this chick so much.
I really needed some water and something cold to drink, so I got a slush, some water. They got these, they had these big ones you see in my video.
I needed something cold to drink, so I got a sugary slush and a water, but yeah.
Beginning. Salah had that for breakfast. I wasn't hungry yet. You know, I don't get really that hungry on travel day. My stomach's in knots, so I didn't have that. I didn't feel like eating like a big hunk of bread. It had like Nutella inside or something else, chocolate. And then we did find a taxi person, a really nice taxi guy to hire. He went back to the bus to go back to where he was going, where he came from, Salah. And I went forward onto the Damascus airport. I don't know what I was expecting. The taxi driver dropped me quite far away from the door. And he's like, I have to drop you here. I was like, oh, because I was like, I'm kind of far. Like, I was pretty far. And so I go to grab one of those carts. And I'm just walking. And somebody runs up to me, this guy, and he's like, what's your name? And I'm like, why? You know? And he's like, this. He was speaking Arabic, but I ended up figuring out that the cart would cost money. And I didn't have any Syrian money on me. Like, I only had, you know, American money. So I just left the cart and took all my luggage, which was only a carry-on bag and my CPAP and my book bag.
What does she mean by American money? Like, does she mean like North America, South America? Does she mean the United States of America? Does she mean Canada? What does she mean by American money?
It's on social media, and I heard rumors about the entrance of the Damascus airport having a floor mat with Bashar al-Assad, the former president's picture on it. I thought they were just being facetious. Nope, it's true. And a lot of the time when people were walking in, they would be stomping on it. So that was very interesting to see. The airport was very clean, modern enough, air conditioned. Some places not so much as others. But it's a small airport, and I just I
don't know if somebody can enlighten me. It probably, this question probably takes, it's not a one sentence answer, but why don't other places use AC like we do in like the United States? Is it just because like it's too hot and humid here? Like, obviously not, but like it's so common in every single household. And it seems like even in like the UK, some people don't have like full air conditioning units. Like, why is that?
I had to wait about an hour until I could go through to check in. The security process is insane. So when you enter the airport, you have to put your luggage and all your belongings through a scanner. Then you have to go through security. Then to get into your gate, you have to put your things in another scanner. And this lady was like, you have something in your suitcase. You have something in your suitcase. The guy's like, what does she have? He said, do you have any, for some reason you couldn't. Well, I know you can't bring battery packs and carry on. So they thought I had a battery pack. So they opened all my stuff and only to find out that it was just my blood sugar glucometer that looked like one. Okay, so as it turns out, when I got to Doha, I did notice that there actually was a power bank stored in my medicine bag that they didn't catch, and I had no idea was even there. I go sit down, waiting for the flight. Somebody comes to get me. They're like, you have to be patted down. So I go in a little room. A lady pats me down. I go sit down. You have to put all your luggage on a table. They comb through every item in your bags. Except they did somehow miss the power bank in my medicine bag. Like, they opened my makeup, and they threw out some things. I had a whole case of hijab pin things. I feel like, no, you can't bring that. Razors. No, you can't bring that. They took my new razors. So if I have a mustache, you know why. This is the one thing I'm most bummed about. My pencil sharpener for my eyeliners. I get it. Oh, and they shot out my aerosol, my deodorant. I understand why. So I didn't complain, but I've never had to do that anywhere else. And I just wonder maybe why it's different in Syria going to Doha. And maybe it's because Qatar Airways requires the...
I don't know, Foodie. Why do you think the security in Syria would be a little bit more strict than the United States? Do you think it's because it's like an active war zone? Do you think it has something to do with that, Foodie? I mean, I don't know either, girl.
extra security, maybe because of, the security situation in Syria is more unstable. I'm not too sure. So we're waiting to board. There's this woman that comes in and she's freaking out. I don't know. She's speaking Arabic, but she had, her whole face was bandaged and her lips were very swollen. So it'd been apparent that she probably just had some kind of plastic surgery done, but she was very unhappy about something. And I don't know. But other than that, it was pretty uneventful. It was air conditioned. Can't complain. But the one thing I don't like in any airport, it's not just Damascus, this has happened in many places, even Qatar, you have to take one of those little buses to the plane, go up a whole bunch of stairs, and I had my carry-on, which was pretty heavy, so I had to lug that up. And, but yeah, I actually it was a pleasant flight. It was 2 hours and 50 minutes or so. I had a seat to myself, like a row to myself. I had no one sitting beside me. As you see in the video, we were served a full meal, despite it being a short flight. I really like the room service food. Maybe
I don't know if I consider 3 hours a short flight. I consider like 45 minutes a short flight, but I know I'm being nitpicky, you guys.
tomorrow for dinner. I'll try another dish. This is actually reasonably priced for room service. That's what I like about Qatar Airways. It's more expensive than a budget airline. Like it's not like it's cheap as Spirit or something like that. But you get good service for what you pay for. You get really good service. You don't have to pay for your luggage extra, meals, drinks, all the unlimited drinks, whatever, all included. You don't have to pay $4 for a bottle of water. They'll just give you one. So there's little frills like that make it worth it for me. And I don't mind, for that, I don't mind not cutting as many corners. Although Qatar's not too bad with price. It's, it just depends. But obviously it's not as cheap as the no frills ones, but it's not that bad. And you get a full meal. Like the meal, I was confused by what it was. It was Arabic spices, they said, chicken and chickpeas. But then it had these little balls. And I think they were little mashed potato balls. It was very interesting. It was very tasty. The meals are always tasty. And then they had some kind of rice pudding and couscous salad. It was pretty good. Like a Mediterranean one with like vegetables in it. Whatever you want to drink, I think.
Did she say earlier that like she didn't like eat when she travels because her stomach hurts? But I'm having a hard time following if you guys can't tell.
I had diet soda. Or no, they gave you an orange juice and water, a bottle of water. So I had a little nap, and before you know it, that announcement comes on and wakes you up like we're about to land in 45 minutes. So I find the landing confusing. They announce it way ahead of time because, they'll announce it and then I'll check like 20 minutes later and we're still about like in the clouds. Like, where's the ground? But we had a smooth landing, and I have to say my least favorite part about traveling is deplaning. It's claustrophobic. Everyone rushes and you're in a line squished together. Then you have to, oh man, you see in my video, I usually
Yeah, I totally agree. People are in such a hurry to like get on and get off the plane, and I do not get why. Like, I am not a person who's going to stand up right when they start boarding. I'm sitting my happy butt down until the line gets kind of shorter. And unless I have a connecting flight that I'm like in a hurry to, to get to, This is a vocabulary channel.
This is a math channel.
Um, then I'll just, yeah, I'll sit my happy butt right there and just wait until we're actually moving. I don't get why. I mean, I guess, people are just, they're ready to get out. They're ready to stand up. I guess I can understand that.
My best to walk as much as I can in the airports because I don't get a lot of exercise in life. It depends how I'm feeling physically at the time and how far it is. Well, we must have been dropped off at the other end of the world. At the other end of the airport. We had to go to baggage claim, right? Like the immigration and baggage claim. So I'm like thinking it can't be that far. Walking for about 10 minutes. No end in sight. I just noticed. I look up, it says baggage claim 18 minutes away. And I was like, oh, I was sweaty. I was tired. I'm like, oh, no way. So I see a car pulled over and I said, am I able to get a ride to, it's still so far away. And sure enough, and another guy saw me doing that and he came along and he looked physically in shape. But sometimes when you're tired from traveling and you have such a hike, so.
There was one time I was trying to make a connecting flight. I was coming back from Steamboat Springs, Colorado, from Hayden to Denver to Dallas, and then I think either Dallas to Memphis or Dallas to Atlanta and then to Memphis. But I had a connecting flight that was just like it was so tight, and it was in the Dallas airport, which is a fairly large airport. You typically have to get on like a little tram to get to your little place. And of course, my gate was like so far away. I was a lot younger at this time. I was playing like club soccer in college. So like I was sprinting my tail off in that airport, y'all. Like with my bag, with my carry-on, I mean full up sprinting as fast as I can because I'm not trying to miss my flight. And I get to the gate and I'm huffing and puffing and I'm sweating, and the guy like sits me down. He's like, thank you for the hustle. You're good to go. Just take a seat, relax. And I'm like, do you need my ticket? He's like, no, not right now. And he's like working on his computer. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, did I make it on the plane? He's like, yeah, you made it. No worries. And then he bumps me up to first class because I hustled so hard. And I was like, wow, thank you so much.
So I get through, go to exchange some American money into Qatari riyals, go get a taxi, get to the hotel, crash out on the bed just like, it was so cold in here when I got in here. The first time staying in AC in like a month, but it was an experience. As stressful as traveling can be, especially airports, after a little while I get that itch, like I really crave to be on a plane, to travel, and but this trip was mostly, I don't know, I'm going to try to do some sightseeing, but the purpose of this trip was mostly just to...
I don't think I've ever craved to be on a plane, you guys. I don't really like to be on the plane, but I do like to get to my destination, and that's the part where I start having fun.
Go somewhere to rest and catch up on my rest and avoid complete heat exhaustion over a prolonged period where I'm just like super exhausted from just being super sweaty every day and in the heat and just never properly cooling off. Hopefully it'll start to get a bit cooler. The summer will be weaning off soon. Into fall, we'll see. And yeah. And by the time I get home, the place should be finished. Salah is updating me every day with what he's doing. He's working hard at just installing things that need to be done in the house and making sure it's we can live there basically. Me, him, and Juice. So he's not even staying there right now. So I don't want to be in the way, and I don't want to just be left somewhere, not knowing really the language and not relying on spotty internet. There's hours a day where we don't have internet and stuff like that. But I will go more into detail in the next video. Okay. So thank you guys so much for watching this travel vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. And cracker, more to come. See you.
Do y'all think she finished that last little sandwich, or did she leave it on her plate to be dainty? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, that was a very boring foodie vlog. I was kind of looking forward to it being like a full travel scenery situation type deal, but I need to come into a foodie react with zero expectations. That way I'm not disappointed when we get a mukbang. Yeah, so I'm going to be cleaning like a psycho today. I have so many seeds to harvest. I have a lot of propagated plants to repot, cleaning everything, laundry, all that. So I'm going to be pretty lazy when editing this. Get this up, and then, yeah, I'm going to see what's going on tomorrow. Might do a apathetic facts catch up, but I don't know, like I watched a good hour of Amber's live, like while it was happening, And I mean, I hope Apathetic Facts put some of the stuff that I saw in there. She doesn't always. She, or they don't always. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Hope y'all have a great start to your week. Let me know if you are interested in wildflower seed giveaways, if you know anything about giving away seeds. Feel free to let me know in the comments or my community post. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Thanks for watching. Like, dislike, comment, and subscribe if you want.